the love. Season's greetings, everyone. Merry, and happy. I am on the highway headed south, headed to my Duke's house. And my dad has prepared something of one of my favorites. My mom has prepared a good portion of my favorites, although I prefer mostly vegetables. She's definitely got the meats on deck too. Every once in a while I'll taste some of that, but for the most part I have no taste for it. Even though I do mostly raw and fruits and vegetables, I splurge every once in a while, and the holidays is that time. So I hope that the sun isn't too brightly shining, blaring off my glasses, because I can see that it's definitely giving me my good dose. So, I've had a conversation recently with a friend of mine, and it was related to some things that I had been picking up and learning from Terrence Howard. Of course, I'm always learning from all my other mentors, and I don't think I mentioned before, Black Magic 363 is one of the best places that I've found to get information lately. There's a plethora of elders, as well as, I don't know, what do you call the last generations, but, the alpha generation from, between the boomers and the alphas, all of those are on deck on his platform. So I am very much appreciative to his and many others, because even the ones that he brings on has a following and has and they have deep knowledge. So I definitely appreciate, and I would consider his channel to be one of my resources, as well as Forbidden Knowledge, as well as Dr. Be Serious and his whole platform. I'm finding a lot more in-depth information that I would liken myself to and resonate with. But recently, Terrence Howard had projected or had shared some information, made some information public about the Tree of Life and him opening the Tree of Life. And with that, some new mathematical calculations would have it like a trickle down effect, because he started with, if 1 + 1 is not, it's like some additional amount in addition to the 1. It's very similar to a game that I play. When they add the 1 and the 1 together, when they put 3 ones together, it actually equals out to 5 because of the point stuff. So by the time that you add up the beyond the decimal point stuff, it adds up to have more in the solution. So anyway, I have really I have become fond of the information that he has shared, because that information, is again foundational, because he's saying that if these things are correct, which he has, I think he's gone beyond the theory of things, and done a variety of high-level testings, and then, that leads me to another conversation. High-level conversations is another platform that I have seen and been able to glean a lot of the elevated knowledge that I would prefer to tune into, instead of, the boob tube, tail live vision versions. So, in any case, season's greetings to me took on a whole new meaning as I was beginning to put down what I thought the subject of today was. It wasn't a subject that I had thought of until I said, let me go live. And so, season's greetings to me, as we know, winter solstice comes, and at every increment, every phase of the moon, and every position that we take as we go around the sun, it seems as though each of the seasons, one leads to the other, and they show signs and symbols of what's to come. Because we have gotten into the habit of controlling certain conditions, the temperatures, the precipitation, and level of particulates that are in our breathing their space. Because of so many rockets now launching all over the globe, I'm certain that contaminant is changing the content of what we are being exposed to, along with the artificial techniques and tools that they use for our ecosystem. And I know they say that, that where the sun is increasing, or maybe our ozone levels are decreasing. I don't want to speculate so much as I just want to say that what I'm speaking to is the cycles that we go through each year as we go through the seasons. So winter solstice is the begins on a different sort of timeline each year, but we have affixed it to a particular day, even though it's again tied to the moon cycles. So the 21st of December, the sun goes to rest for 3 days, S-U-N, not S-U-N, and then it resurrects on the third day. It rises, it begins to elongate our days, it comes to life, it is showing more signs of life, it is feeding the resources, the things that we are growing, it is life giving life, light giving life. And so, well, one love and wellness, folks. That's my alarm. I just wanted to share what I thought was the reason for the season. And I talk so often about what leads up to these things. But, I wrote something on my Facebook today, and how do I get this to go off the screen? Okay, it's 3:35. The total time of being. Let's tell it to stop. Okay, sorry about that. I know I'm still here, and I hope that someone here and there will pop in and out. I'm not able to see what the numbers look like, but so season's greetings. All of the seasons begin to restart at this point. So the seasons will greet each other at this point. And if you really want to talk about it, the way the weather changes, the patterns have been changing into warmer winters, warmer Decembers, and actually in some cases even more severe as far as once we get into the meat of the winter. It will have a major blowout before it all ends, usually DC, Maryland, and Virginia, all of us being very close to the coastline, to the East Coast. We are definitely affected by the waterways as far as how much snow we get, and how cold it gets, because it's kind of a valley-ish, so we'll harbor the chilly temperatures longer. So the greetings of the seasons are now basically we're in dormant stage, we're in hibernation stage. We are now supposedly affecting ourselves in a way that we think long and we sleep long, and we think deep and we dive deep into the things that we decide that we want in our lives. So at this point, my cycle this year's in fall, oh my God, I mean, I fell in fall. I fell the night before Thanksgiving. And my healing has been tremendously on turbo, because I'll be very honest, initially, I believe it were that it had broken, even though when I went to the hospital the next day and took an x-ray, just like some of my last episode I shared with you, instant healing and miraculous healing. I believe that I experienced what would have been a break, but that was healed before I got to the hospital. So yeah, instant healing is something that I have begun to master. Don't want to continue to do it. Don't want to have to keep having to learn the lessons. I believe I have learned the lessons, that it is how you think. It is you being open and allowing it. So it is you being able to accept and receive the vibe of wellness, and again, I spoke last time about that I felt like wealth was a vibe. You know, wealth is a personality. Wealth is a mindset. It is a something that it's like a lifestyle. It's something that you do just because that you believe that's you are of wealth. You can be wealthy in ways other than financial. I feel I feel like I'm filthy rich in love. You know, I've been engaged 14 times, and 4 of those times were to 2 men. So, you know, got engaged twice to 2 different people. Nanu, huh? Did you see that? But also, in addition to being engaged 14 times, I was stalked 17 times. And if I consider the most recent one, it would be 18. But, you know, again, I think I have learned to get love in a different way. Okay, that was the phone ringing, and I'll have to call them back. But I just wanted to, you know, to share that, you know, fruits of the Spirit, you know, seeds that we have sown in the fertile soil of our hearts is what I'm wishing for everyone this season. You know, as these seeds take root and germinate in us and gestate in us for fruition in the spring, as you know, as our seasons, well, we're moving into what would be considered Chinese New Year in a couple of moons. We're going to be watching the zodiac wheel as it pivots around. Right now, it's a full moon tonight, and it is not just a coincidence. It is the day that the sun and the moon are in their fullness. So, One Love and Wellness, I don't want to keep you long. I think I've already talked too much about stuff I really didn't want, or that was not on my agenda. I just wanted to say in my polychronic way that not only is this the time of hibernation, germination, gestation, you know, it is a time to allow the things, the fruits of your labors and the fruits of your loins from this past 12 years. You know, we step up on each year. We step up on the wisdom from last year. We stand on our square. We stand on the next level of our platform. We evolve. We grow to the next levels. And I just am happy that I am able to see this time at this mindset and enjoy this season in the new way that I feel about this season. Like I'm happy that this is a season of joy, you know, joy to the world. You know, and it's a couple of other songs and the lyrics that I had heard, you know, it just, and some of the songs that I've heard, you know, one that I heard about sort of, I guess, the story about Jingle Bells, or if the story that I heard was correct, then it's like Jango Bells, because apparently if someone tried to escape, they make a mock of him, you know, and, you know, that one horse open sleigh would be riding and trying to capture or recapture, you know, someone who has broken free. And so, you know, now I look at that song differently, because I don't want to be reinforcing any of the energy of captivity. I want to continue to expand on, you know, to free your mind, and the rest will follow. You know, the other part of the song is be colorblind, don't be so shallow. So yes, I feel as though this season has gone through many cycles of growth, many cycles of where we have turned from the best part of what is the love, the joy, the happiness. You know, we have joy and happiness for some other reasons, but we're also tuning Christmas, what I was told was that once a month, when our zodiac sign, when our sun sign of the zodiac is in the full moon, meaning that when the full moon is in Virgo, that is like my monthly Christmas. That is me actually having the opportunity for the Christos to come down and to ignite through my Kundalini, to loop back up from the base of my spine, that coccyx bone, and it actually, there's a cycle that it will, it's as though I will be, my Merkaba will, oh Lord, did one of those things just snap? Okay, no, that's somebody else behind me. I thought the light just snapped and got me for a moving violation, but no, I'm actually driving right at the speed limit, so I am I'm legal on all fronts right now. So, but yeah, I was told that, Christmas, Santos and what's the man's name? Jordan Maxwell spoke about it being a time when you are, it's like, you're on, it's not like your birthday, but it's like, I think that's why I feel when my moon is on a month, the 6 month cycle, 6 months out, that's when my full moon is in Virgo. So I think during Aries. So anyway, all I'm saying is that let's look at the deeper meanings of this and the symbols of the things that we are incorporating into our holidays. A lot of people are expressing and moving into wanting to celebrate separately Kwanzaa, and some folks don't even don't celebrate the 25th in the fullness anymore. Oh, Jiminy Cricket, this is where I need to be. Ashe, and everything is well. Okay, dude, you see me, and you had nobody over there, and you freaking could have moved, and you did move, and I made it safely, and I'm live. So, Love and Wellness, safe and sound, tucked away. Thank you, appreciate you. Love and Wellness, we're all safe and sound. Anyway, so yeah, Christmas is once a month if you know what to look for, and that's the thing. We're not looking as deeply into things. We're not watching the skies. We're not watching. Not everybody. Some people are. This is not for everybody. Everybody isn't interested in looking deeper and looking further into what there is on the bigger picture for us to be tuned into, and for us to have the knowledge and the fullness thereof. That is not the agenda. That no one that I know of is touting that on the big picture. I am touting it. There are lots of folks that are tuned into it, and there are folks that don't talk about it that are tuned into it, and there are folks that don't care about tuning into any of that at all. But Terrence Howard also made me look at different perspectives, because he mentioned how he trains his children to be ambidextrous, which I do as well. I am, and my brother, others of folks in my family are either ambidextrous or even left-handed. But I have expanded into what Terrence Howard had shared, in that he talks about the perspective of right and left, but then there's the frontal lobe, and there's the 4 perspectives for the two sides. Having 2 perspectives gives you 4 perspectives. So I say something that Dr. B. Series said, which was, he says you need to understand things. People talk about understanding, and we say understand, well, also overstand. So, from those perspectives, as I began to open up and begin to consciously recognize that I can have a different perspective, like I even use my mouse with my left hand, because, and not knowing the fact that it actually, my brain now automatically adjusts to the differences of the different sides. There's brain game that you play when you look at things in the different perspectives, and you try to fit them all together while they're moving and that kind of thing. I've done those things for years, and it definitely, opens your mind to be able to receive concepts differently when you have all these different perspectives that you're capable of taking as you observe, and you are the observer, and recently listened to something on Black Magic 363 on a meditation where it talks about if once you take the perspective or the paradigm of a participant, you are no longer a victim. You become an artist, and have the ability to create new scenarios from your current situation. So just wanted to share a little bit about how, I have now opened my mind to the broader picture. The bigger picture is that I can't think in the small or the micro way of a religion as I relate to the celestials, because the celestials is bigger than any particular version of the events of the past, of the events of the future, of the events that are occurring now. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for catching me on this beautiful Christmas day. And that for those who are tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the sorts of things that I am into, definitely like, share, and subscribe. I'm your girl, Precious Mother Love. I would have put some music on if I were prepared, but right now it looks like I am not as prepared as I would want to be. And I did pick up my device that does have some other music on it, and so maybe I will put something on. I did a meditation recently, and that's what's queued up at the moment. So the sky's the limit. There's no time, no gravity, just light. So I'm gonna post this up sometime soon so that I can share my my meditations with you guys. But one of the songs that I thought would be nice to share is a song called TYSB, which is I Want to Tell You Something, Baby. I want to tell you something, baby. And I've got some local artists on it, and I've got a Grammy Award winning artist, Robbie Gordon. I have Junior on the guitar, and Bam Bam on the drums, Keon the Entertainer with me, and me, Precious Mother Love. I say whoa, whoa, whoa. I say yeah, yeah. I say whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. So one love and wellness, family. Thank you for sticking around. I'm hoping that you will come back, that you will share, and that something that I share put a bee in your body, so you can go catch up on it or research it, so that you can make sure that you take your knowledge to the next level. And so guess what? Heart Happy Hour. I want to tell you something, baby. Ooh, I want to tell you in your ear. One love and wellness for the very last time for this episode. Because, baby,